As a little history, we had a very significant large petition that was submitted to the Parks, Forestry and Recreation Division. It was submitted by Sandra Pavin, and it clearly outlined the significant ongoing contributions that was made by Douglas Ford to not only Etobicoke but the greater community. And I'm sure that some of his accomplishments will be touched on by various speakers this morning, but at the end I'll try to recap before we actually officially rename the park. It's my pleasure to ask to come to the podium as our first speaker this morning, Councillor Frances Nunziata.
Thank you very much, Kevin, and thank you. I hope we can get through this ceremony before it rains. It is an honor for me to be here today and take part in the renaming of Weston Wood Park to Douglas Ford Park. Doug Ford was an honorable man. When I was approached by residents of Ward 2, I was thrilled to be able to make the request to rename the park on their behalf and overjoyed of the outcome. Doug Ford's dedication to the community and to helping others was recognized by many organizations through his life. Doug was endeavored to give back to his community and help those around him. I am proud that we, the City of Toronto, are now able to rename this park in honor of his memory and the many actions he took to better his community and the lives of those within it. Congratulations to the Ford family, and may this park remind everyone of what it means to give back to the community and remind us all of Douglas Ford, a magnificent man who may be gone but will never be forgotten. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Councillor Nunziata. I'd like to ask Sandra to come forward now, a longtime family friend, to say a few words.
Hi, I first met Doug Ford in September 2000 when I volunteered for Rob Ford campaign, and always found him to be an honorable man, always involved in the community, very giving, and I learned very shortly that the entire family was that way, and this is a befitting honor, and thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Sandra. And now representing the Ford family, I'd like to ask Doug Ford to come forward.
Thank you. Well, it's a great honor for the Ford family, in the memory of my father, to have this park named after him. We moved here, I guess purchased the property in 1970. And I think we built it in 1972, and I remember this was kind of like an apple orchard. And the road was a dirt road. Ever since then, we've laid down our roots here, since I guess in Etobicoke down the street since 1952. And we believe, and our dad raised us to give back to the community. My dad was a person that always gave back to the community through public service, through the Rotary Club, through being on the board of directors at the Etobicoke General Hospital for 12 years, for sponsoring almost every sports team in Etobicoke for the last 40 years, and opening his doors. What I found the most staggering statistic, when I sat back and thought of my father, I'd say over the last 20 years, just the 20 years, not including the years before that, he opened his doors to over 25,000 people in our backyard. And we just kind of worked that out of Rob's party was always 1,000, and then throughout we'd have sports teams and charitable organizations over the years, but he always believed in giving back to the community. So today we thank you very much for coming and sharing this time with our family, and we will be committed to always maintaining the park and upgrading the park along with the community. So thank you very much.
Thanks, Doug. We have one additional speaker this morning, Mary Harker, who has long time worked with Mr. Ford. She'd like to say a few words as well.
Hi, my name's Mary Harker, and Judy Preston and I worked in the constituency office, and Doug made darn sure that we did our job as well as we could. I also want to tell you that all the time that Doug was in office, He never once took his salary. He always donated his salary to the community, and I just feel very proud to be here, to be part of the Ford family, even though I haven't seen them. They haven't changed that much. But thank you very much, and I'm going to start wallowing if I don't get out of here, but thank you.
Thank you very much. I'd like to ask the Ford family to come forward now and work their way towards the sign so we can have the official unveiling.